What is this 12-week year thing anyway? You know, as a father of 3 with a full-time job who's kind of sort of trying to stay in shape, have some type of social life, and at least 4 different side projects going on at any time, I'm always interested in better ways to try to stay organized. So a few weeks ago, when I saw Tim Hill's video about getting more done in 12 weeks than most people do in 12 months, I have to admit I was interested. So I grabbed his Notion template that he had, got a copy of the book by Brian Moran and Michael Ennington, and have plowed through it all in one afternoon. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I bought into their whole premise that this is significantly different than quarterly planning. I've been in product management for over 20 years now, and I've seen a lot of different ways to do planning. But I did actually really like some of the concepts that they had in there, so I'm going to give it a shot. One of the things I really liked was their scoring system. So I jumped right in, I mapped out my long and medium term visions as it says, and then I picked what my first set of 12-week goals were going to be and mapped out the tasks that were associated with them. Now for me, my 3 goals for this next 12 weeks were, first off, to get ready to test for my 3rd degree black belt. The testing is actually in May. This 12 weeks will end right around the end of April, so it seemed like a perfect thing to set for a goal there. My second goal for this 12 weeks relates to my game development project, so I want to get phases 1, 2, and 3 of the game that I'm working on completed. So for those of you who haven't been following my devlogs, I'm working on porting over a board game that I used to play forever ago called Federation and Empire, porting that over to a computer version. It's got multiple phases of the game, so I want to make sure that I can get all phases 1, 2, and 3 done in the next 12 weeks. And then lastly, I have a goal to increase my viewership here on YouTube. So I want to see if I can get up to 20,000 views by the end of this 12 weeks. There's really nothing magical about that number. It's just one that I kind of picked out of thin air. Okay, so I'm recording this on Monday, February 19th. And so it's actually day 1 of week 3 for me right now. I wanted to get a bit more public about all of this so we can see how it's going, and maybe you can decide if this is something that you want to pursue as well. So let's dive into it. Week 1 actually went really well for me. I completed 5 of the 6 tasks that I had assigned for myself and scored a 94.5 out of 100. The only thing I actually didn't complete was I had said that I wanted to work on YouTube videos at least 3 times during the week, and I only did it twice. So not too terribly bad. Week 2, not so much. Spoiler alert here, I only scored a 56. Let me walk you through that one in a little bit more detail. So for my black belt goal, I had 3 tasks that I had assigned myself. The first off was that I wanted to stretch every day. I did miss 1 day, but so still scored an 86 on that task. I'm also working on my cardio endurance there, so I wanted to do jump rope at least 3 days a week, and I only did that twice, so I'm scored myself a 67 for that. And then lastly, actually make it to Taekwondo class. Now, I only said I wanted to make it twice because I've actually got a foot injury at the moment, but I only made it once, so of course I only got a 50 for that. For my game development goal, I had set a task of coding for at least an hour 5 times during the week, and I actually did that, so I got a 100 for that. As for my YouTube goal, I wanted to work on the videos at least 3 times during the week, and I only did it once, so I got a 33 for that. And I wanted to publish a video, which I didn't publish a video last week. Those of you who follow me know that my most recent video was a devlog update 2 weeks ago. So I get a 0 for that one. So going from a 94 to a 56 isn't great, obviously, but I do like this scoring system. Gives me a much more objective look at how I'm actually doing, how I'm progressing towards my goals, which of course lead to my longer term vision so that I can see if I'm actually moving in the direction that I want to be doing. All right, well, let me know if you find this type of update interesting or not. I kind of wanted to just do it to keep myself more publicly accountable, but if you hate them, then I guess I'll just go back to telling my wife how I'm doing and instead of sharing it with everybody. As for my next devlog, I should have that out sometime this weekend. I've been doing a lot of work on the shipyard phase of the game. I've got a lot of nice updates going there. Battleship construction was way harder than I thought it was going to be. All right, well, I hope you have a great week. And, now would be a great time to do that whole press the like button and the subscribe button if you want to get more updates like this or just more interested in the devlog and Unity tutorials.